Noah Kjar, who's going to be a sophomore on the Wildcat football team this upcoming fall.
Yes,
Noah,
sir.
thanks for joining me.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here
we're
for sure and get this interview done.
Glad to get to know you a little bit and talk about you. And, fans obviously got to know you quite well last fall in your freshman season. And you're also a member of the track and field team here at Weber State. So we'll talk about all that stuff as well. So growing up, were you a big sports guy? Did you always love sports?
Yeah, I mean, my dad, he's the coach down at Corner Canyon, but he loves sports, and I don't think he lived through his kids through sports. I mean, he just wanted us to have fun because he had a lot of fun doing it. So we played like everything growing up: football, basketball, baseball, even a little soccer, and then track. Like we were always like running around doing stuff. Me and my siblings were so. And then for as long as I can remember, I've played 3-4 sports up until about high school. So
you kind of figured out football's kind of your thing. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
When did you know you're fast? Because you got some speed.
I don't know. There was probably the first time I thought like, okay, maybe I might be fast was like in 4th grade, first year playing football. I wasn't very good. But at the end of practice, we'd always do like these sprints conditioning, and I would always beat one of the fastest kids on the team. So I was like, all right, maybe I got some speed to me, but I don't know. I think I've gotten faster hopefully since then, but it's just, I don't know.
Probably didn't think about it, right?
I don't know. That's the thing is like, it improves. Track obviously helps. I ran track in high school, which helps with football speed. But I don't know. For me, it's kind of just always felt a little natural, just like trying as hard as I can. I don't know, just giving some effort.
Well, you mentioned you played for your dad at Corner Canyon for all your years there. What was that like playing for him?
He's hard. He's hard on me especially, but he's hard on all of his players because, he sees how good really every single person could be. And, you know how the coach's son stereotypes are, especially here in Utah. They're like, I've seen it too. And I think he not only did he not want that to be associated with me or my brothers, he just wanted us to be, as good as we can be. And so he was always super hard on us, but with good reason, I think. And I don't know, I think it turned out pretty well for me. But I don't know, it was a lot of fun too, just to share like great moments with him playing in high school. It was a little over 3-4 years ago for me now, but I just remember like all the fun that we had just to practice, and the occasional getting yelled at, just things like, oh man, I don't feel like I deserve this. There's some kid who's messing up worse than me, but he always got on my case more. And I think he just wanted us to have a higher standard. So.
When you went home, did you try to kind of separate that and just be a dad and kid, I guess?
Yeah, sometimes the drive home was a little like silent, because especially when I was younger, like when I was a freshman and sophomore, I had to make a lot of big steps to improve. And so you get in the car after like, he just, he got after me a lot. And so you get home and you're just like hoping like, I felt like I didn't want to, re-aggravate, not like aggravate, I guess, but just to, not revisit that, just kind of like try and separate it. And he did a good job of that. Like once we got home, it was like, it was over. He left it all on the field. I left it on the field. So.
Well, I would say you had success and it worked, whatever he did, right, at Corner Canyon. This success is pretty incredible. Well, one, you won 3 state titles, right? And correct me if I'm wrong on these. 37-1 record in high school.
I think, yeah.
Does that sound right?
I think so,
3 state titles. And you finished your career as Utah's all-time leader in receptions. 285 receptions, 4,900 yards, 50 touchdowns. And you're the MVP, all these things. I could keep going, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good career for high school.
It was a lot of fun. I think it helps when you have coaches that utilize your strengths. And, our team really is the credit for it all those accolades and things. Jackson's one of them.
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart, yeah. And then another Jackson Powers Johnson, who's on the Raiders right now. He played center, went to Oregon. He's a beast. Like, he's super good. The whole line, Luke Sampson, he played on those teams too, and he was a solid part of our team. Yeah. Super big, and all the other receivers. Like, really, it takes the whole team. There's a lot of us that were good players. Everyone was just trying to do their job, and I think that's why we had a lot of success.
It's a powerhouse in Utah football, no question.
Yeah,
no question.
They've built it into a pretty successful program,
that's pretty
for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
What was the recruiting process for you as you're finishing your senior year and getting ready for college?
So with COVID, I always dreamed about playing college football, and you have your dreams and things. But I just always wanted an opportunity to continue to play. I wasn't like dead set on any like dream school, but during COVID, there was a little bit of less recruiting. There was, because, I mean, college athletes didn't lose a year of eligibility.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not the only one that was affected by that. I was lucky enough to be blessed to have an opportunity to play here. And so I was recruited by the last coaching staff, Coach Hill, and then Coach Ursua. Coach Ridley is still here. But that's one thing I loved about Weber, man, is they always like believed in me. They were the first school to like truly like recruit me, give me a chance, and they gave me a scholarship here, which really, I mean, that meant the world to me. So I took that, and I got to go on a mission too, which was important to me, and they respected that decision. There's a few other preferred walk-on opportunities to like Washington State, Utah, BYU, USC. But overall, I think the belief that, you know, the coaching staff here had in me made the biggest impact, and that's why I decided to come here.
Fantastic. You serve your mission in Tucson.
Yeah.
Right. And you've been back, and so last year as a freshman, you played quite a bit, kick returner and receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got to talk about that 95-yard kickoff return at Montana, because that stands out. Not only that, but also the win there, of course.
Oh,
I mean, what? Take us through that. Take us through that kick return.
That win, that environment was the biggest win I've ever been a part of. The team, everyone was bought in, and we had a rough season, but that was definitely one of the highlights. And then as far as the kick return goes, me and Bird back there, I mean, we're a deadly duo for sure. But they kicked it to me, and really all I remember is, I mean, they tell us just to like run, find a crease, and, you know, the team blocked great. Like if you watch the clip, you could see all the blocks. That's the reason why it was so open, and made a cut and ran across the field and ran it back for 6. So I mean, it was crazy. I didn't even return in high school. I just started returning again or my first year of college, and, you know, having me and Bird back there is pretty deadly duo. So
what's the mentality? I mean, you got as a receiver and kick return. That's two different things. I mean, I know they're kind of sort of similar too, but they're different, right?
Yeah.
So how do you juggle both of that and learning both of those positions?
I mean, it's a lot of trust, I think, with receiver. I think that's one way you can like relate both of them. I mean, you trust your O-line, you trust your running backs, you trust your quarterbacks. As a receiver, you know, everyone's doing their job. You trust other receivers. So it's just trust, whether it's anticipation or calling the right plays. It's a lot of trust. And then, I mean, in ways they're different. Kickoff return, it's like the fastest play in football. You know, I didn't play a ton of special teams in high school, so getting back and then seeing it in live in a D1 setting, it's like, it's super fast. There's guys
you got to make the
flying
decision
down
too,
there,
right?
and you got to make your decisions full speed.
So
like,
fast.
If you hesitate for even like half a second, like you're getting blown up. So, and there's a few times I did hesitate, and I can say, yeah, you do get blown up, but you know, you had some good plays, good returns for sure
last year.
last year.
Exciting, and what a win at Montana for sure. That will be one that you'll remember, I'm sure, forever.
Always,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
Well, I mentioned you run track too, and what's that like? You know, obviously it's not during the season, but how do you manage both of those as well? And how does that help you? How does it help you in both sports?
I think it helps with, running track. Like, I actually like running track. I didn't start in high school. Like, high school, I was like, man, running, like, I like running for football, but just running in a straight line. But then once you get faster, I think you enjoy it a little bit more. But it was cool because I got off my mission, and Tally texted me, and he's like, hey, I saw you ran some pretty good times in high school. Like, if you'd want to come and just be on like the relay or run the 60 and the 100, like, you could definitely do that. And he said he could use you on the 4x1, which this year, I mean, we set a pretty good mark with the second fastest in all time. And I mean, I'm with a bunch of fast guys, Alex, Tristan, and Malik. Those guys are all pretty quick too. So I think it's a great, you know, just to be a part of another Weber State team.
For sure.
And I'm not there for practice-wise, just with spring ball, but then indoor, I was able to go to most of practices and get a lot of work in and, you know, score some points.
You're doing a lot of variety of things. I mean, the relay is a whole different deal too. And that 4x1, it's so quick. I mean, literally and figuratively, right? But you're only there for a short gap, and the relay and the handoff, I mean, that's an exciting event.
Oh, it is. It's one of my favorite ones to watch too, just on like a global level. But I mean, like you said, it's quick. Like, you got to have your handoffs down, especially if you want a good time. You have to have your handoffs right. You got to start fast, finish fast. You got to, you know, it's a lot of moving pieces, and that's why I like it too. I think it's a lot like football, where you got to have guys, everybody locked in on the same thing, executing the right play, and then when it goes right and everybody does it right, you have great results.
For
so.
Sure. Well, you still got a few years left. I know you got 3 years of football left, but you're going into physical education teaching. What are your plans, do you think, once football's all done? What would you like to do?
I think I want to be a teacher and a coach, kind of like what my dad does. I just see the impact that he's had not only on me, but just like other kids, whether they're struggling or they're doing well. I think the lessons that he teaches everyone that goes there is priceless. I mean, you get up 6 a.m., you go work out 4 times a week from January to like the end of school, so in like May. And so, you don't see a lot of the work that they put in behind the scenes, but I think it teaches kids to work hard and to have fun, because a lot of people run track that are on the football team at corner too. So I think I kind of want to replicate that and, have some similar success. I don't know if I'll be as good as him, but I'm sure going to try and catch him. So
there you go. You still keep that competitive juice going.
Yeah, he's my dad, but same thing. Like, we're super competitive. Playing pickup when I was growing up, basketball is competitive.
When you're not doing football and track and school, what do you like to do?
Let's see. I like playing video games. Play some Star Wars Battlefront, Fortnite, Dead by Daylight recently. It's kind of an old game. All those games are kind of old, but and then hanging out with my fiance, that's probably what takes up most of my time, but just hanging out with my family.
It's a good thing, though.
Close friends. Oh, definitely. I love spending time with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the plans there?
We're getting married June 20th.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that'll be really fun. I met her up at Weber, so it's another good reason why I felt like I came here. I met my future wife, so.
Well, congratulations.
It was awesome. So.
Well, it'll be a fun summer for sure.
Yeah.
And football will be right before you know it, we'll be back to football.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
The season, the way we look, the spring that we had, I think it'll be a really good year. And, everybody's bought in. We're a lot more close knit together as a team, coaches and players and offensive, defensive. Like, it doesn't feel it just feels a lot better,
Awesome.
So.
Well, thank you, Noah. It's been great to get to know you. Thanks for all you're doing. We're excited to have you, and the fans love watching you, and can't wait for some football.
Yeah, love being here. Excited for this season. Go Wildcats.